Fact number 1. Sun bear have extremely long tongue for extracting food like bugs and honey. Fact number 2. When a male honey bee climax during sex, his testes explode and he dies. Next fact. All mammals weighing more than 2.2 pounds take roughly 20 seconds to empty their bladder. That includes everything from domestic cats to elephant, and an elephant bladder holds several bathtub worth of urine. Next fact. In an older day, the Japanese did have fart attack the battle of loud long fart. Next fact. A Canadian woman who was shot in the chest avoided death after one of her breast implant deflected the bullet away from her heart, leaving her only with fractured rib. Next fact. The water in the both tank is from the same place. Next fact. Dracula billboard that confuses people during the daytime but grabs attention at night. Next fact. The most nutritious and healthiest butter is the world clarified butter. It is the one of the expensive butter sold in US market. Main origin of the butter is India. Can you guess what the butter called in India? Next fact. The guys in the picture are waiters and chef. They work hard to cook delicious food for us that they hardly get time to eat properly. They have to sacrifice to make us feel good. Next fact. Blue whales are so large that an adult human would be able to swim through their veins. Next fact. Cockroaches are so repulsed by humans that if they are touched by humans, not only do they run away but also wash themselves. Next fact. This is what the tongue of goose look like. Geese have serrated tongues that help them to sieve water when they take mouthful of underwater food. Next fact. Why is dentistry important? Because even though he is missing an eyebrow, the first thing you notice in his smile. Next fact. A fully intact snake skin zoom on the head. You can see their eyes. Next fact. When flood comes, the fish eat ants, but when water dries, the ant eat fish. Life gives chance to everyone. You just have to wait for it. Next fact. Dimples are in fact genetic defects, as muscle grow incorrectly and leave a gap between them. Next fact. A flower worn over the left ear in Hawaii signifies that a woman is no longer single. Next fact. Baby has no part of brain and skull area. Next fact. UK Queen wax statue left bolt under her hat in German museum. This has been done to save money as the use of human hair is costly. Next fact. It would take 12 lakh mosquitoes sucking at once to completely drain a human blood. Next fact. A person wearing a full face prosthetic mask to evade CCTV and facial recognition. Next fact. Polish teenager Laka Jessica unexpectedly woke up in the middle of her brain surgery and calmly asked the doctor how it is going. She did not feel any pain and talked about rats until the surgery was over. Next fact. 71% of engineers don't trust the first answer their calculator gives them. Next fact. When a 6.8 earthquake hit Olympia, Washington in 2001, a shop owner found that a sand tracing pendulum recorded the vibration. Next fact. The world's largest coin pyramid made up of 1 million coin made by European physics student. Next fact. Your ears are responsible for the balance of the body. When you fall from bed in the sleep, it's your ear that wakes you up. Without ear, body cannot even stand or walk. Next fact. Plane getting struck by lightning while in a rainbow. Photo captured by Big Moby. Next fact. The tribal fugal, a German concept for a vertical takeoff defense aircraft, 1944. Next fact. Male wolves are extremely caring and gentle with their female partner. They mate for life and only death is able to separate them. Next fact. If a female fox dies, her mate will stay single forever, but widowed female fox look for a new mate immediately. Next fact. On many Japanese toilets, the hand wash sink is attached so that you can wash your hand and reuse the water for the next flush. Japan saves millions of liters of water every year doing this. Next fact. Caffeine does not actually give you energy. It just blocks the adenosine receptor in your brain, the one that you know when you are tired. Next fact. Plastic surgery has its roots more than 4000 years old in India. First plastic surgery done by Shushrutal is regarded as the father of plastic surgery. Next fact, at the end of the movie, right after the credit, there is a funny line left by Burger King. The moral is never trust a clone. This was a clever way to troll McDonald. Next fact, this is the hand of a doctor after removing his glove after 10 hours of duty. Next fact, if you are born in between 1990 and 1999, then you have lived 3 decades, 2 centuries and 2 millennium, and you are not even 30 years old yet. Next fact, Obama told his 90 years old vet he didn't have to stand. He said, "No sir, you are the president." Next fact, in 2015, Godzilla became an official Japanese citizen and was also employed a tourist ambassador of Japan. Next fact, two rivers meet without mixing, white and black, Aragvi River in Georgia. Next fact, there is a beach of Canada which is filled with crystal blue tide pools and it's so magical. Next fact, Ball Pyramid kept a secret for almost 100 years. The 7 million years old rock has its small bush that been home to 24 giant stick insect tree lobster which were thought to be wiped out by rats in 1920. Next fact, researchers have conducted a successful maiden flight of the Flying V, a futuristic and fuel-efficient airplane that could carry passenger on its wing. Next fact, according to the recent study, the first thing people notice about you subconsciously are your shoes. Use this knowledge to your advantage and dress to impress. Next fact, in Germany, one fox fell into the freezing water and became perfectly preserved in a block of ice, creating an accidental sculpture. Next fact, the smallest fruit in the world is the size of an ant and commonly known as Asian watermeal. Next fact, how old were you when you found out that this means how long you have to use that product from the date you break the seal before it's no longer considered a good product. Next fact, world oldest water 1.6 billion years old found in Canada. This is leading scientists to believe in the existence of life on Mars. Next fact, Chinese student can rent fake parent to meet their teacher to avoid potential awkward situation. Next fact, rock on a frozen lake gets hot from the sun and melt the ice around it. Next fact, there is a musical sculpture called the Singing Ringing Tree built at top of the hill in England. When wind blows through the pipe, it creates an airy musical hum. Next fact, each king is a deck of playing card represent great king from history. Spade, King David. Club, Alexander the Great. Heart, Charm Magnus. Diamond, Julius Caesar. For more, subscribe our YouTube channel, My Encyclopedia.